Hey everyone! Today we're going to create a tutorial project. It'll be a high-level walkthrough showing the workflow of creating a project, importing a Revit model, modeling the electrical system, and preparing a set of SD-level construction drawings. So right now we have the application open, and assuming you've already created an account, we're ready to sign in. So let's sign in. And now we're brought to our home screen, where we can create a new project, open a project, or open a recent project. Let's go ahead and click on New Project. We'll call this Tutorial Project, and we'll select the 2014 NEC. Below, these project settings are a set of default parameters to build your model. The goal of these is to mirror your specifications, so when you export your model and hand it to your contractor, they know exactly what to purchase and build. So for example, if your entire design is meant to use aluminum conductors as opposed to copper conductors, you can specify that here. Another example is if you'd like to specify 200% neutral buses on every single panel board, or the K rating of all dry type transformers. You can come back to these at any time. Since we can come back to these, let's go ahead and click on Start. Now, we're brought to something we're calling a roadmap. The goal of this is to provide a way for designers to guide and track their progress for building a model. THRUX is an MEP design environment, and in the world of design, it's easy to get lost without putting pieces together. This roadmap is aimed to help designers build the microsystems in place to build the larger systems. So the first thing on our list is to assemble the architectural model. Let's click on Create Columns, and this will bring us to the floor plans. But what is the architectural model? This is the aesthetic structure which houses our MEP systems, and the purpose of creating this is to automate distance calculations between equipment. In our tutorial project, we're going to build off of a building which is in the early stages of design. All we know is that this building stands 130 feet tall with 10 floors, a roof, and a cellar. This information is determined by the architect, and we're going to simulate this process by importing a Revit model. If we scroll through, we can see the rooms and floors which have been pulled from the model. We're going to need to add our MER rooms for our equipment. These locations aren't final yet, but are more like projections. So let's add a utility room located on the cellar. We'll add a generator room and an emergency switchgear room on the roof. Notice that we can drag and reshape these rooms as we wish. We'll also add a stacked closet for our floor distribution, and finally a riser shaft for our conduits to run through. Now that we have our base locations for equipment set, we can build out our systems. So let's open the riser.